City Hall. Which means that in just a few short minutes, we're going to be marching over, entering City Hall for tonight, the People's Hall, which will be open to the 99%, open to all of us. What we're going to do when we get there is go straight up to the second floor lobby, and we're going to have a General Assembly there. We convene General Assemblies most nights here in Burnside. This is what Occupy! All day! Occupy! Burnside! All day! Burnside! All day! All night! Occupy! Burnside! All day! All night! Occupy! Burnside! All day! All night! All day! All night! Occupy Burnside! All day! All night!
Park, in order to be part of Occupy Providence, you do have to be a member of the 99%. Stop by once in a while, help us out,
to the art tent, getting down the sign making, t-shirt making, button making, sticker making, whatever we want, we're going to do it. And we need to have your voices heard. All day, all night, we're out there with these sign making materials on the grass, on the park, and you're all welcome. So,
we're going to start doing a lot of media gatherings where we're going to start holding a lot more workshops to get people to understand how they can participate in media. We've said it many times, and a lot of people have come forward with a lot of great skills. We'd love for people to start being able to make use of those skills in a way that suits them and works well for the movement. Also, at the same time, there is a studio down.
I'm here to talk about the December 10th action. This is going to be the big one. Yeah. October 15th, we had 1,500 people. We want to double that. This action is with a lot of organizations that deal with homelessness, foreclosures, and try to get affordable housing for the 99%, not just in Rhode Island, but for the country. We need to network this. I got flyers we're going to start passing out. We want to get this on Facebook, Twitter. This is the big one. We want to tell everybody, not just on housing and homelessness, we need jobs that pay a living wage so we can afford.
You can always use more facilitators, so we really encourage you to come to facilitating meetings, get trained, help us to make decisions about how to make the GA run.
I'm from the winter group. As we all know, it's getting colder. Occupy Providence isn't going anywhere.
At the forefront, in the headlines every day for 3 months, which is something that has never happened in my lifetime.
Like we normally do. We can walk there, we can approach people. We
are a community of amazing people, that have intellectual things to say. Being a tourist of the world, you kind of realize that this isn't tourism.
They criticize us for having no demands, but that's really only because they can't.
I say us, I say we. For the first time in my life, I've been proud enough of something.
We're purposely going to stand up and help them leave their agenda for a minute to hear what people's voice is, and then let them get back to it. So it will be a disruption. It'll be brief. We'll be putting a lot of pressure on them, letting them know that we are happy with the fact that they're stalling. But also, we aren't shut down meeting either. We can stay on peace and find out. want to see for a new world, and why they want